Welcome to the St. Francis Prep College Fair. We're so excited to have you participating in this event. We have some fantastic schools here with us today. Each will have 6 minutes to share more about their institution, but will be around for the entire session to answer questions. My name is Charlotte and I will be your facilitator. Before we get started, a few housekeeping items. Your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. This is just one of many different sessions happening, so be sure to check out the schedule on the website. This presentation is being recorded and will be available at strivescan.com/SFP. I'd now like to turn it over to our first presenter, SUNY Cortland.
Thank you so much, everybody. I'm so sorry I wasn't ready. I saw that there was another school going first.
Oh, and it looked like they've joined us now. So go ahead. I'll turn over to SUNY Maritime. Sorry about that.
Thank you. That's okay. Thank you.
Good afternoon. How's everybody doing? I have a quick question. Am I just speaking in general or am I speaking to somebody in particular?
Yeah, to students who will be starting the college search process.
Okay. All right. I'll just tell you guys a little bit about SUNY Maritime. So we are located in Throsneck, New York, which is under Throsneck Bridge. Throsneck Bridge is the bridge that connects Queens to the Bronx. And we're right under the bridge on Throsneck's Peninsula. And the main thing I want to say about our school is it's a different experience when it comes to student life and everything in general. The main thing I would say is it's kind of like how a high school student, there are specialized high schools. Think of SUNY Maritime as a specialized college. Now, what do we specialize in? We specialize in many different things within the maritime industry. Now, you're probably thinking, what is the maritime industry? You could think of anything on water that has anything to do with trade, ships, and vessels. And some majors we have, or you could think about, would be engineering. And now when it comes to engineering, think of marine engineering. Those are engineers who focus on ships and vessels. You also have naval architecture. Those are architects who focus on designing and building ships from the inside out. Along with those engineering majors, we also have mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, and facilities engineering. These are more of the broad engineering, not just focused on ships, but could be transferable onto land opportunities and many different, it's whatever you could think of when it comes to engineering. They are ABET accredited, which is the highest level of accreditation when it comes to the engineering programs. And also carrying with this theme of maritime focus, maritime specialization, we could talk marine environmental science. This is a type of science that focus on research on water, right? With this major, it will be a mandatory minors with marine biology, and that would be studying the mammals within the ocean. And also there's a minor that you could choose of oceanography and also meteorology, which focuses on the water. For example, we're from New York, and a goal of New York within, not anytime soon, but within the next 100 years or so, would be to have usable and clean water. So our school and students of this major would find different ways to potentially fix that issue. For example, the Billion Oyster Project that is being done in New York, our school and our students, especially within the marine environmental science, are involved with that. And to continue, let's talk about the business program. international transportation and trade. This would be very much so a major that has a lot to do with getting goods from point A to point B. We're talking supply chain management, logistics, and things of that sort. And then we have a humanities program, maritime studies, which is more of a broad focus within this kind of a liberal arts, but maritime based. Another thing I could say about our school, it is very much so hands-on, very much hands-on, especially with the different majors that we have, the engineering major, marine environmental science. It's very hands-on in the sense that half your time is going to be in the classroom learning different material. The other half of your time will be spent actually applying what you learn, right? And every single engineer student must complete at least 2 internships before they graduate or equivalent to, right? And other students, marine environmental science, the business program, the humanity programs must complete at least 1 internship. These internships often leads to jobs. I want to say at least 90 to 95% of our students have jobs before they graduate. And because this field is so, once again, specialized, there's a lot of opportunity. And to add on to that, I would like to say we are one of the, I believe, the only SUNY school that offers the opportunity to receive a U.S. Coast Guard license. And this would allow students or individuals to operate vessels and ships, whether you could get your U.S. Coast Guard deck license, that's more so with the navigation, and then, or you could get your U.S. Coast Guard engine license. This is more so within the engine of a ship and or vessel. And with this program, it is very much so a lot. Every single student that is planning to get their U.S. Coast Guard license must be a part of the Regiment of Cadets, which is another, it's about, I want to say Regiment of Cadets, about 65 to 70% of our students are part of the Regiment of Cadets.
Thank you so much for starting us off,
No
SUNY
problem.
Maritime. Up next will be SUNY Cortland.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much. I'm getting ready to share my screen. Here we go. And let me make sure everybody can see me okay. Here I am. All right. So thank you so much for having me here this evening, St. Francis Prep. Looking forward to seeing you in person in the spring. So to introduce myself formally, my name is Kalia Banks. I am a senior admissions advisor, and I get to represent SUNY Cortland in New York City. I always start off with sharing this picture, and I'll also share my information again later on so you can take a screenshot or whatever you wish. And this picture is super important to me. That was actually the day that I returned back to campus to take my engagement photos. My husband and I met at Cortland, and super important for me to share that because it lets you know that, yes, I do have the admissions perspective, right? I work for the admissions office doing recruitment, et cetera, throughout the 5 boroughs and other areas, but I also was a student. So everything that I get to share with you today comes from a professional experience, but also a student perspective. So I love that. And I was a student when I was looking at SUNY Cortland. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. I was undecided. And as far as the majors and different things that we offered at Cortland academically, that's what drew me to the campus. And on the other end, my husband, he studied physical education and got his master's in health, and is doing really great things on campus. So I always like to start off with that, and I'll share my information again. So let's look at the overview, right? We're a part of the SUNY system. So I love sharing this with students because it just gives you a bigger picture, right? We're a part of 64 amazing campuses, one of the largest systems of higher education in the US, right? So where does Cortland fall? We're looking at the entire state. And as my colleague Jessley talked about Maritime and all the other schools that you'll hear about today, some of them are part of the SUNY system. And I just like giving this reflection to students so that you can see the bigger picture, right? So we're spread out our 64 schools through 4 different categories. So university centers, university colleges, technology colleges, and community colleges. So I actually fall under the category of university colleges, so the orange category. So what does that mean, right? We're typically a medium-sized school, okay? A little over 6,000 students. And if you add in our graduate students as well, we are what would I say a campus that's it's large enough where you feel like you're in college, but small enough that you're still able to make relationships, meet people, connect with your professors, and so many other things. We have a student to teacher ratio of about 15-1. So for every 15 students, right, there's at least one faculty member. So that is super important, especially for our students who really want to have that hands-on intimate experience. You're able to do that at our campus, and also feel like you're building that sense of community, especially in your major courses. Of course, there are going to be some classes that you're going to take that are going to be some lecture style, right, that you see in movies, but that's a part of the college experience. But there's also opportunities for you to meet with your professors and or their teachers assistants outside of class, so you're able to go over material and really connect with them. So this is just showing an aerial view of one part of our campus. So we have students from all over coming to Cortland, 33 different states, 54 different countries. And where we're located is actually in a really great spot. We're in central New York. So how far are we from New York City, students might ask? We're about 4 hours away. So again, I like to say that it felt like it was far enough, but close enough. I'm originally from Brooklyn. So going upstate, I was a little weary about, okay, how far away did I want to go? And Cortland was that perfect medium for me. We're about 35 minutes from Syracuse, and 20 minutes from Ithaca, and 35 minutes from Binghamton. So, sometimes students like that because if they have friends going to any of the neighboring colleges, right, they're definitely easily accessible. Many students might come to us by way of taking the bus or driving. Sometimes they might fly into Syracuse and then take a bus down or drive down, and definitely can access us that way. The next thing that I like to share is our campus community. We're definitely a college town. So the college is the main attraction in the town, but there's a lot of things to do. So students live on campus, they live off campus. There's local restaurants that students can have access to. So whether you're looking for hibachi or maybe you want Starbucks, those things are in the town. We have a super Walmart, and there's a bus. Let's say you're a student who doesn't have a car on campus, you're able to access Walmart and the supermarket 2 days out of the week. There's a bus that runs there. You are allowed to have your car on campus your first year. So that's really awesome. And students love that as well. Majors. So we have strength across 68 different majors. And again, this was something that drew me to SUNY Cortland because academically, we have our teacher certification programs, but also if you look on the left-hand side, we have everything from African-American studies to speech and hearing science, to sports management, to communications, to recreation studies, psychology, criminology, and a couple of unique programs, anthropology, and a bunch of others. Sometimes students who are looking to go down a pre-medical track might look into occupational therapy or physical therapy will go into our exercise science program. Other students who are looking to go on a pre-med track might go into biomedical sciences. And then some other cool sciences that we have, geology, physics, chemistry, and so on. So we love the diversity of the academics that we offer. Next thing that we'll share is different things that students might get involved in for internship opportunities, various clubs and organizations on campus, athletics, right? NCAA Division III. Living on campus, you're required to live on campus your first 2 years. And there's 16 different residence halls, all different styles. Last thing I'll share with you is our Student Life Center, multi-million-dollar facility that has a jacuzzi, swimming pool, rock climbing wall, elevated fitness facility. And this is opportunities for students to receive scholarships. So there's merit-based and also non-merit-based. So academic scholarships and also non-academic scholarships. Here's some dates that you need to keep in mind. And here's the last thing that I'll share with you is my information. So thank you so much and have a great one. And I'll be here if you need me. Thank you.
Yes, please. We want this to be interactive, so please put those questions in the Q&A. Up next will be SUNY Oswego.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Craig Green. I'm Associate Director of Admissions at SUNY Oswego. Just a little bit about me. I've been working there. I am an alum with my bachelor's degree, earned my master's at another SUNY institution, and I've been working at Oswego about 10 years. Some facts about Oswego, like Cortland, we're one of the SUNY schools, and we're in central New York. We are about 5 to 5.5 hours from New York City, about 45 minutes also from Syracuse. Some of the really popular majors at SUNY Oswego, we have about 70 different majors and 70 minors at Oswego. Some of the more popular majors, we started out as a school of education, so we have childhood education and adolescent education, but we also have business, biology, zoology, criminal justice, and psychology are some of our more popular majors. We are a residential campus. We have about 4,000 students that actually reside on campus. Students are required to live on campus their first 2 years, and we do have guaranteed housing for students for all 4 years. We also allow first-year students as well as transfers to have cars on campus. We have plenty of parking. As far as applications, we do kind of a rolling admission, but we do have some advisory dates or important dates. Our early action for applications is November 15th, and priority consideration for scholarships is by January 15th. As far as the amount of students that applied in fall of 2022, we did have about 12,500 students apply to SUNY Oswego, and we enrolled about 1,600 students as a first-year class, with about 500 transfer students or 520 transfer students. So about 1,700 about 2,300 new students at the campus in fall of 2022. We also have about 1,000 graduate students. So if you're thinking about going to college and you're going to stay there and earn a master's degree, we do have some 5-year programs. So you can look into those. All of our programs, anything can be found at oswego.edu and just search in the magnifying glass. We have about a 16-to-1 student to faculty ratio, and our average class size is 22, so fairly small classes. One thing that I really like to talk about at Oswego, we have about 80 study abroad programs. I know students really like to do study abroad. And just one example, we had a student a few years ago. She was a zoology major in our working in our office in admissions, and she did 2 different study abroad programs and had amazing pictures of her working with elephants on one study abroad and dolphins on another. So just great opportunities to do study abroad. And study abroad, it's not only a semester-long program. There are some like 2 or 3 week programs that happen during the semester break, and some that happen also over the summer. We have about 600 plus students doing some type of internship or co-op every year. And as far as getting involved in campus, we have over 150 clubs and organizations. So if you're looking to do just about anything, there's a club for you at SUNY Oswego. If you're looking for athletics, we have 3 different levels of athletics. We have our 12 male and 12 female athletic Division III teams. And then we have a number of club sports also. And then intramurals. And intramurals can be anything from pretty intensive and competitive down to something just for fun, like broomball at the hockey arena. We have an alumni network of about 90,000 plus worldwide. So there's lots of opportunity for networking and doing those internships and hopefully getting that job, because that's what everybody ultimately wants to get out of college. As far as tuition, we're SUNY tuition, so we're the $7,070 tuition rate per year, and total cost for SUNY Oswego is just a little bit over $24,000 per year. We are test optional, so back to the application part. So anybody that's looking to go to school, we do use our tests, SATs. They can help with admission and also with merit scholarships. We offer first-year merit scholarships, presidential merit scholarship, a dean's level scholarship. The presidential is $6,400 per year, renewable. The dean's level is $2,000 per year. And we use both the high school GPA and unweighted GPA. And if you do submit your test scores to help figure out who qualifies for those scholarships. And one of the last things that we also have at SUNY Oswego, I know I'm checking my clock here, my 6 minutes. We have guaranteed housing for all 4 years. And also we have a room and board freeze. So your first year you come to Oswego, whatever your room and board is for that year, you'll pay for all 4 years. So thank you.
Thank you very much, SUNY Oswego. Next up will be SUNY Oneonta.
Hi. Hold on, I'm just sharing my screen with you all. Okay, hi. My name is Jillian Paris-Gondola. I am covering for your admissions counselor, Zach. And yeah, I again am part of SUNY Oneonta, and I'm here to present for you. Ooh, I don't know what happened, sorry. Can you see my
I can see your
presentation?
presentation.
Okay,
Yes.
sorry, it was coming up like all funny on my thing. I'm so sorry. Okay, so Oneonta is where we're located. That's just about 3 hours from the city, an hour and a half from Albany, and an hour and a half from Binghamton. We are in a rural area, so we do have like a small local community. This is a picture of our main street, which has very family-owned restaurants, local businesses, all of that. And when you're a campus member, you're a campus of our community as well. So that's all a part of that. And some fast facts about Oneonta: we have about 5,900 undergrad students. Our freshman class this year is about 1,150. All of our first year and sophomore students do live on campus, and we have about 55 academic majors that they are studying in. This gives us a student to faculty ratio of 16:1 and an average class size of 20 students per classroom. This is really important to Oneonta because we want to keep our class sizes small and, you know, have students connecting with their faculty and peers. And I can promise you, you're not just a number in a classroom at Oneonta. Your faculty members are definitely going to connect with you. Going back to that 55 majors, we have them on the screen now. Our most popular based on student popularity in the major are psych, business, education, music industry, and biology. If you're feeling like you're an undecided student, we have 2 years of academic expiration before you have to declare a major. So not until your sophomore year, second semester, will you have to declare. We also have pre-professional advisement. Under our pre-health umbrella, we have things like pre-med, pre-PA, pre-dentistry, pre-optometry, things like that. These pre-professional advisement programs, you basically pick a major on our list of majors, and then you have an academic advisor for your major and for your pre-professional advisement. We also have cooperative programs, which are degree partnership programs. I'm going to use fashion as a quick example. You're a fashion textiles major at Oneonta for 3 years. As you build your portfolio, you apply into your senior year being a visiting year with FIT. You come out with 2 degrees, a fashion textiles major from Oneonta as a bachelor's and an associate's degree in fashion merchandising or fashion design from FIT. And yeah, these are the academics that we offer our students. We also have many experiential learning opportunities on campus. These are hands-on learning experiences outside of the classroom. Many of our classes at Oneonta will have this aspect where you're getting a hands-on learning outside of the classroom. These things include internships, study abroad programs, faculty-led programs, service work, research. Research can come in as an independent study research or joint faculty research. So lots of opportunity at Oneonta to be very hands-on in what you're learning and taking what you're learning in a class and applying it directly to real life situations. We have 14 study abroad programs at Oneonta. Please feel free to look them up on our website. And as a part of the SUNY system, we have over 100 plus. We have many opportunities for our students, over 150 plus clubs. I recommend anybody joins at least one club on our campus. It's a great way to get involved. We have 21 Greek organizations, 10 of them are 10 of them are sororities, 11 of them are fraternities. We are Division III. We compete in the NCAA and the SUNY Athletic Conference. We have 15 residence halls. Again, you'll be living on campus your first 2 years and utilizing our dining hall as well as our four alternate eating locations, one of them being Starbucks. We also have lots of opportunity for our students. Our first year students, we have beautiful traditions like pass through the pillars where you start. And it's like your second or third night at Oneonta and you pass through the pillars right before you start your classes. You may be able to see the pillars in my photo below. And yeah, lots of opportunity for our students. And most importantly, our application process. I know that many of you are going through this process right now. We have early action that's non-binding, apply by November 15th. As long as you apply by January 15th, you'll automatically be considered for scholarship. So all of my early action students, you will automatically be considered for scholarships. You'll hear by January. And it lets you know early, gives you an opportunity to go to admitted student events and all that. We do have rolling decision. So it is recommended that you have your application in by March 15th, but it's not required. We have merit-based scholarships, as you can see below, and some need-based awards as well. Again, merit-based deadline for scholarships is January 15th, and we typically award 90 and above students. Then about 88% of our students receive financial aid their first year. I recommend filling out your FAFSA. You never know what state aid or federal aid you might get. Also ask your guidance counselors what scholarships are available to you. And then there are some little things on the profile about, GPA. We are SAT test optional for our seniors, and please feel free to take a picture of this page for any important information. Like I said, Zach is your admissions counselor, so please feel free to contact him or me, Jillian Paris-Condola, at any point in time. Please feel free to follow us on Instagram. Our students will take over the My Oneonta Life page, so it's a great way to see what you could be a part of on our campus. Again, my name is Jillian, and thank you so much.
Thank you, SUNY Oneonta. Up next will be Ithaca College.
Charlotte, thank you so much. Full disclosure, I am a mom and it is after 5 p.m. And so I have a 5-year-old in the next room. So we make it an honorary prospective bomber who joins us at some point in our 6 minutes together. But thank you so much for having me. My name is Jessica Dietrich. I'm the Senior Associate Director for Recruitment Strategy at Ithaca. I am so excited to connect with you all. I have been recruiting in New York City on behalf of Ithaca College for 12 years. And I'm excited to connect with you all virtually tonight. So let's start out with some stats. Ithaca is considered a medium-sized school. We're actually the first of the private institutions to present this evening. We have approximately 5,000 students total at IC. Our student to faculty ratio is 11:1, and our average class size is 19, making us, while we're medium-sized, resemble a much smaller institution when it comes to the actual classroom setting. We offer about 125 different majors and minors across our 5 schools, and those schools consist of business, communications, health sciences, humanities and sciences, and our founding area, which is our School of Music, Theater, and Dance. So your trivia fact of the afternoon, evening, depending on what you consider 5:30 p.m. Eastern time, is that Ithaca was founded as a music conservatory originally, and we have since evolved into now being a comprehensive liberal arts college. And our foundation as being a music conservatory, really does guide the way that we teach our students. Our approach is known as theory, practice, performance. We feel that every student at IC will learn best through that active practice component. So regardless if you are in STEM, if you are in psychology, if you are in music, or if you are in film, you will be doing what you are learning, meaning you will actively be practicing that craft in a myriad of different ways. That could be through internships, which you're seeing here, some examples that our students have engaged in, or perhaps doing undergraduate research, performances, working in our clinics on campus, of which we have 4, utilizing equipment in our School of Communications. The list really does go on and on. We do have 2 satellite locations now. We have another domestic site in Los Angeles. We also have an international location in London and 50+ study abroad programs in addition to that. And all of this boils down to our students finding some amazing success after they graduate. Our placement rate is about 85% within 6 months' time. And we do find that our alumni are absolutely instrumental in getting our recent grads or interns foot into the door in their industries, respectively. We are predominantly a residential campus. The vast majority of our students live on campus. We have over 200 student organizations that students can explore joining. So lots of different ways for one to get involved. I like to say it's not a one-size-fits-all, a little bit of everything for everyone. And I would be remiss if I didn't say Ithaca is gorgeous. So we are located in a quintessential nationally recognized college town that we share with Cornell University. And therefore, there's just so much going on there. There's restaurants. There's actually more restaurants per capita in Ithaca, New York than there are in New York City. And, you know, New York City, we are foodies. We know good food. Some great options in Ithaca, New York. And so I find that our students are able to strike a really nice balance between what they're committed to and involved in on campus, but also being able to venture off campus and explore the gorges. There's over 150 waterfalls and gorges within a 10-mile radius of the city of Ithaca, which is where that phrase stems from, but also grab a cup of coffee, dinner, lunch, etc. with their friends. Some general info regarding the actual admission process to IC. We offer typically 3 application deadlines: early decision, early action, and regular decision. For my music and theater performing arts friends, just know that your options are a little bit more limited because you're going to have to undergo a audition or interview process for those programs. As of 2 years ago, 100% of the students accepted to Ithaca College qualify for merit scholarships, and many of them also qualify for additional need-based financial aid. We also offer a handful of what we call scholar programs. These are academic enrichment programs. They do require separate applications, but some of them are accompanied by an additional financial award. So just keep that in mind, that you're not automatically considered for everything. And we engage in a very holistic application review. The general academic profile of a student accepted successfully to IC is that of a B+, while also focusing, of course, on the rigor of your curriculum that you've taken throughout high school at St. Francis Prep. And we have been a test optional college since 2012, so nothing new for us. I like to say we've done that since before it became trendy. So with that, we're going to take a very quick 1-minute tour of the campus, and I will explain to you how you can come visit us in person if you have an interest.
Hey, welcome to Ithaca College. We only have a minute to take a tour. Let's go.
Please visit ithaca.edu/visit if you'd like to come see us in person. And I encourage you guys to be in touch with me at any time if you have any questions. Thanks for being here.
Thank you, Ithaca College. Our next to present will be Marist College.
That's awesome. I'm just going to share my screen really quick, and then we should be good to go. All right. Great. So obviously this is Marist College. My name is Nicholas Gerard. Nick is totally fine. I'm an admission counselor at Marist. I've been there for about a year or so now. And I also was a student, so I graduated in 2021. So I kind of have both ends of the experience to share with you guys tonight. Getting started, we are located in Poughkeepsie, New York, which is about an hour north of the city. And we're about an hour below Albany as well. What's nice about that is, of course, access to both hubs for things such as internships, but also just for experiences as well. As you can see, we're located right near the river. So really all of our academic buildings and dormitory buildings are actually angled towards it, which leads to some really nice views in your freshman, sophomore dorms, etc. And what's really great is, since we're so residential, really you'll always see students around on campus. Right in front of the library, you have a view of the river. So often they'll be sitting there, hanging out with friends, doing work, really whatever they would want to be doing with their time at that point. Some quick numbers just about Marist are on the screen now. The ones I like to highlight are more towards the bottom. We really have a worldwide campus with students from over 50 different countries on campus at any given time. And we think it's really crucial for our students to be exposed to those with different upbringings or different backgrounds, as they get to hear about different experiences that they've never seen or knowledge that they may have never learned being where they're from as well. And as you can see, we are, while we are a small to medium-sized institution, we do have small class sizes as well. So we have about 20 to 25 on average, with a cap at 35, although what's nice is generally you'll sit much closer to that 25 number. On the right-hand side of the screen, you can see that within 6 months of graduation, 97% of Marist College graduates are either employed or enrolled in graduate school. 6 months is the usual time period for those statistics. And of course, our students work extremely hard, but we want to make sure that we provide them every resource they could possibly need to ensure that success. And as you can see right below it, we do have a higher graduation rate than the national average for public and private institutions as well. So our students know what they want to do. They're focused and ready to accomplish those goals, and we're really there every step of the way to help them out. We have 40 different majors available at the college. They're all listed on the screen. For more specific information, I would guide you towards our website, as they have detailed course listings, descriptions for really any option that you would want. Our academic experience is really centered on hands-on experiences or experiential learning. And really, we want to create an opportunity for students to learn in the classroom, so to learn that theory, but to kind of integrate it with the practice or the application of those skills. And of course, to do that, you need facilities on campus. So we're happy to say that we have facilities for every single major to kind of gain those actual experiences and get their hands dirty, so to speak, getting that work in. We actually are currently renovating our business center, so that should be open in the spring of 2024. But facilities such as our investment center, our Emporium retail fashion store really allow students to get data that they could put on their resumes, so concrete metrics that they can show to really any potential employer or application for any kind of graduate school, etc. Of course, college is not just academics, and being that we are really residential, there's really always something going on. We have over 80 different clubs and organizations on campus, and that includes Greek life. And we are D1, so we have 23 Division I sports teams. Although I always recommend the club and intramurals, as I think they're a lot of fun and definitely a little bit less stress and commitment than some sports. Music is also really big on campus. And if you wanted to pursue that, we have both minors available and over 10 different ensembles on campus for students to take part of. Quickly, some of our admission things. Really all you need to focus on is our deadlines. Our first is November 15th, which is our early decision and early action. Our second is February 15th, which is our early decision 2 and regular decision. There's no preference for either. So really whatever works best for you and your family is completely okay with us. There's never a situation where scholarship money would run out or anything like that. And we are test optional as well. If you want to visit, we'd be happy to have you. And we do visits every single day. So basically any day you want to and have time, decide that you want to come to Marist, we'd be happy to have you. And sign up is really simple on our website. You can pick whatever option works best for you. And we'd be happy to have you, like I said. I will send my email in the chat just in case anyone has any further questions. But like I said, if you want to visit and you can't figure out how to sign up, feel free to reach out and we'd be happy to see you as soon as you'd be able to. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Marist College. At this time, I'd like to invite all of the presenters to turn your camera back on for a round of questions. The first question is, what's one thing you want students to remember about your school? SUNY Maritime?
The first thing I want students to remember about our school is it is very hands-on. That hands-on experience you'll get, whether you're in the classroom, in the lab room, or in the actual field.
Great, thank you. SUNY Cortland?
Yes, for sure. I always love to share that we're a very family-oriented campus. I love the fact that our teachers, faculty, support staff, everyone is definitely well connected, building relationships with students, and so many clubs to get involved in, and getting involved and using your resources will change your experience. So definitely an amazing thing about Cortland that I wanted you to know. Thanks.
Thank you. SUNY Oswego, what's one thing you want students to remember about your school?
I think Oswego is a place for everybody. There's, we're not that typical this school or that school. There's just a real diverse student population, and there's a spot at Oswego for everyone.
Thank you. SUNY Oneonta.
I just want students to remember that there is so many experiences to be had at Oneonta, and there's so much support around you at SUNY Oneonta in terms of like your faculty member and other support services on campus. And so, yeah.
Great. Ithaca College.
I would simply say that the people are what is going to make or break your college experience. You may have beautiful campuses, highly ranked programs, phenomenal facilities, but what is going to stay with you and carry on with you, and what has frankly kept me at Ithaca for 12 years, has been our community and our people. So make sure that you're talking to people, visiting, and engaging with them.
Great. And Marist College, what's one thing you want students to remember about your school?
When it comes to Marist, I could list some statistics about it, but really, I would like students to remember that I would say Marist is a place that you'll get the value out of your degree that you're looking for. We have, like I said, the facilities in place to really create those experiences that'll give you the leg up on your competition in interviews or different applications. We have professors that have connections that'll get you in the door with those jobs, as well as alumni that are happy to bring you in and talk to you about the job and show you what the industry really looks like on the inside. I would say overall, if the value is what you're looking for out of your college experience and really ensuring that you're set up to succeed, Marist is a place that is going to be able to get you there.
Great. And let's do one more question. What advice would you give to someone who's going through the college search process? SUNY Maritime?
The advice I would give is take your time. Take your time doing your application, take your time doing your essay, take your time. Don't rush anything. Make sure you send in all the documents that we are asking for. And yeah, and if you have any questions, contact your admissions counselor or any admissions counselor at the school, because we are open and you can always contact us.
Great. SUNY Cortland.
Yes, absolutely. Visit, come up and see us. We want you to feel a part of the community. We want you to see, feel, breathe the air, check out the campus to see if it's the best fit. And also reaching out to us, right? We want to hear from you. So those are two things that you definitely want to do if you can. Also know that there are different campuses that will present opportunities for you to visit. Let's say you can't make it all the way up to Cortland. For us, we host some bus trips for our accepted students. So reaching out and you'll be able to learn about how you can connect. So come visit and reach out to us.
Thanks. SUNY Oswego.
I'd also say visit. I think getting on campus, and even if you can visit while classes are happening during the week, I think that's real important. You can kind of see how the campus is functioning. Saturday morning is a convenient day to visit, but a Wednesday in the middle of the day might be a better opportunity. And use your school counselors, for their expertise to help narrow down your list, so you can really go out and visit those schools. And then we'll all have visit opportunities in the spring again, before the May 1st deadline.
SUNY Oneonta.
The first thing I want to say is take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. I know it can be stressful. Just take a deep breath. And then make sure that your application, your essay, all that is the most authentically you, because we want to see you shine through your application, because it is just on a computer screen. So we want to see you. And also, we are here to support you. Contact us, come visit us. Honestly, I recommend you visit any campus that you're genuinely interested in going to, because you want to get that feel. You want to, understand what it's like to be on that campus. And again, contact people. If you need any help, don't be afraid to reach out. No question is a stupid question ever.
Thank you. Ithaca College, what advice would you give to someone going through the college search process?
I would say keep a very open mind, because this process will change you. It will evolve you in a good way. Frankly, you're going to learn a lot about yourself, what you like, what you dislike, and who you are today is different than who you were in 9th grade. It's going to be different than who you are when you enroll in a college and when you graduate ultimately. So keeping an open mind and knowing that this process is not linear, but one that you have to be adaptable with, and know that you're going to learn a lot about what's important to you through that.
Great. And Marist College.
Yeah, so I think they said a lot of great things. So I'll give like a practical tip. Honestly, my biggest advice usually is making a separate email for all of your college stuff. So like Gmail has you the ability to make free ones. So just make one on there. And you can write that on all the inquiry cards and different things like that, just to kind of coordinate all the materials into one place, and keeps all of the promotional materials out of your regular emails.
Thank you so much for joining us. When you close this window, there will be a link to a very quick 5-question survey. We'd appreciate any feedback that you can provide. And we encourage you to check back to the schedule and sign up for more sessions. You'll be able to find this session's recording as well as all of the other sessions recordings at strivescan.com/SFB. Thank you. Bye.